What is up, guys? Welcome back to our 5th episode of our brand new podcast, The Late Night Bull. I'm Brendan, and I'm joined by Franklin.
Howdy.
And Dylan.
Hello.
All right, guys, make sure you're sharing, liking, and subscribing our podcast. We're on YouTube, Spotify, Google Play, and Libsyn, hopefully soon iTunes. And make sure you follow our Instagram and Twitter at late_night_bull. All right, everyone. As promised, this week we have a surprise! All right, so welcoming a new member of our podcast team. He is a male, white, medium build, blue eyes, dinosaur enthusiast, and Bigfoot lover. It is the one and only Sam G.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Sorry about that. I had to do that. So Sam, since you're
man.
new here, how about you tell us a little about yourself?
All right, guys. Well, I've always had a curious mind. and
Gosh.
I'm 21 years old. I go to Northern Kentucky University, studying business management. Absolutely love it. I work with B-Scan here and Frank at the Home Depot.
You boy.
At the Pro Desk. Dylan used to work there. He's no longer with us, unfortunately.
You got fired.
I met Dylan a long time ago back in high school because we both love dinosaurs, so it's been awesome since then. We've always been Jurassic Park nerds, and we met up with these two other nerds at Home Depot filming a show, and ever since then I've just thought, hey, I'll tag along with these fools, and
Never look back.
they started up this podcast, and I was like, ooh, I might join it, and then here I am. So, yeah, glad to be here.
So
Glad to have you.
Are you just seeing our success and then you're like, okay, I want to join?
I was waiting for some proof to the pudding.
That's exactly it.
Hey, I respect
You
it.
hit the nail on the head,
I
Brendan.
respect it. Okay. All right. So we're going to start off with our first segment and recent news. And Sam, since you are the newest member, you're going to start us off.
Alrighty, so for my recent news story, Chinese businessman hires a hitman who hires another hitman who hires another hitman who hires another hitman who hires another hitman who betrays all 6 of them and lands them all in prison.
What a beast.
Yeah, so it turns out that I guess this one guy, his name was Tan Yuhui. I pronounced that horribly wrong because it's Chinese.
He just slaughtered that.
Oh, I absolutely did. But he was offering $2 million, or equivalent to $411,000 US for the job. And I guess each other hitman just kept hiring another one to do the job and another one to do the job. And the last guy ended up backstabbing all of them and landed them in jail.
That's just
Sounds like a
cool.
smart man right there. That's why I like to go a well thought out plan.
It's basically if I was like hired to do it, and I was like, hey, I'll pass it off to Dylan, and then Dylan passes it off to Frank, and then Frank passes it off to B-Scan,
And then I'm
he
like,
rats everyone out.
Screw you guys.
I feel like that's realistic.
Lands us
Might
all
be
in
true.
jail.
Might be true.
I guess
can see it.
I guess like I never learned snitches get stitches.
Oh, we
He
all
did
get
learn the rest of that statement, but
Get-
stitches get
jail time.
jail time. Yeah, you have a point. You have a point.
All right. In recent news, distillers of gin infused with elephant dung insist product is not crap.
That's
It is
what-
literally crap, though. How does that even make sense?
Yeah, it's kind of just a joke, but they say
We couldn't tell.
I had no idea.
did you guys not know it was a pun?
I had no idea until you just said that.
I'm glad I could clarify for you guys.
Thanks, Dylan.
No, but they're saying very botanical substances can be found in elephant feces that are very good and very nutritious.
Well, yeah, 'cause
So-
they just eat herbs and vegetation, so obviously it's gonna probably be healthy for you.
You can catch me not eating that.
Drink.
It's a drink.
Oh, drink. You can catch me not
The
drinking
real
that.
thing is, why don't we have that on the show right now as like our drink of the week?
Yeah, if you guys want that on our show, give us an email and maybe a couple bucks. We'll buy some.
We'll low-key
Maybe
try
try
it.
it.
That sounds
Send it out
kinda
here
nice.
and we'll drink it on the show live for you guys.
Yeah,
how
we will
like it.
legit drink that crap.
I won't, but Brendan will, and I'll
We'll
laugh.
make a new segment called. We'll make a new segment called "Drink That Crap." where we
Drink That
drink
Crap.
Various animal crap.
Drink that crap.
All right, guys. In recent news, Florida woman accused of setting boyfriend's home on fire after catching him cheating.
Jeez.
So, I mean, I feel like you just can't date girls from Florida. I guess basically that's what the
That's a
segment's
common
done.
theme. Apparently, all Florida people are insane.
I thought it was just Florida man, though. I guess it's women, too.
Hey,
It's an epidemic over there.
women are fighting for equality, so they don't want to be left out of the
It's equal,
crazy
yeah.
Florida people.
Amen to that.
Oh, my goodness.
Retweet. All right. In recent news, kind of staying the same with Frank, with Florida people.
Gotta love them. Gotta love them.
Florida man denies syringes found in rectum are his.
Syringes found in rectum.
Yes, syringes found in rectum.
How would you even get that in there?
He's
like?
just holding them for a friend.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, that was me.
That's legit what he said.
Those
he
are
said,
mine,
He
yeah.
said, they're not mine. I was holding them for a friend, like someone else.
You're holding needles in your rectum for a
For a
friend.
friend. Yes.
That's a good friend right there.
That's a great friend. I need more friends like that.
Exactly. Way better friends than you guys.
I think the only person here that would do that for me would be Dylan, honestly.
That's true.
That is also, I'd have to agree with that.
He is that kind of guy.
He is that friend. Whether it's picking us up late at night or just random things. That's
Tell you, I
Dylan.
wouldn't do it in return though. I'm the bad friend.
I think I need to find
We
another
know.
friend group.
Yeah, unfortunately. All right. In recent news, ISIS fighter killed by a drone bomb he was operating after it ran low on battery and flew back to him. Says the idiotic killer was targeting Allied forces after the Battle of Mosul in northern Iraq. I mean, how stupid can you be? Oh, look, the battery's kind of low, and let's turn on this return to home feature. Make sure we get it back after the detonation.
Kind of sounds like someone I know on COD. His name starts with a B.
Yeah.
And ends with Rendon. True. But my thing is, once you make sure that you had a good enough charge before you were about to bomb people,
Or when you buy one that's probably not that. I mean, it says on here. I think it was an actual DJI, which I've owned one. It's a Phantom. Those are pretty expensive. I mean, those can get up to well over $1,000. Why are you spending on that? Just buy a crappy one for like $300 or $400. That doesn't have a return to home feature.
It's a good point.
It's a one-way trip anyway.
I feel like most people like doing that kind of thing just don't think about
yeah.
that.
If you're that dumb, just honestly, just go in and have it strapped to your body like the old-fashioned days.
Old-fashioned way.
like the people on that COD mission, just
Back in the good old days. In somewhat recent news, loud fart gives away suspect's hiding spot, leads to arrest.
That's just classic right there.
So there was a drug sniffing dog that was on his tail, a canine unit, and he was under warrant for possession of a controlled substance, and he was like hiding in some bushes or whatever, and they weren't like able to find him.
You just see this right now.
And the man ripped a loud one,
Just a nice little.
and like they just knew where he was. Like the police said, like it was so loud, like there was no chance they didn't know where he was.
that is awesome. That reminds me of, have you guys ever seen the bench warmers when they're ding dong ditch and then the guy comes out and
Yeah, I
he
know
jumps in the
exactly.
bushes and he's like, he's in the bushes. That's immediately once you said that, that's what it reminded me of.
I'd be like,
Goodness gracious.
no, this is just a talking bush. Don't be alarmed.
It was just the bush.
I don't know how I feel about that. All right. Well, in recent news, father arrested after son, 5 years old, brings heroin to school. Says tasting it turns him into Spider-Man.
Just imagine this little kid like on the ceiling, like, look at me, Dad. You're doing great, son.
He's just on the floor, passed out.
Oh, I'm Spider-Man.
Well, the kid probably had so many needles around, he just like clawed them onto his hands and just started climbing with the needles.
Oh dear God,
Whoa,
that's
went,
next level.
That went
I feel
dark.
like you can only think like that if you're on heroin.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to quit this podcast.
See you, Sam.
It was nice having you.
Jeez. All right. In recent news, naked man used bike wheel to attack stranger in the street, then gets arrested and is sentenced to a year in prison.
Jeez.
So, yeah. Before he was attacked he was attacking this dude with a sweatshirt on, and then a bystander tried to stop and rip the jacket off. So the man was just naked fighting this man with a wheel and socks.
I feel like sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Like,
Once you started, you can't go back
yeah, exactly. Like at that point,
all the way.
we'll send.
Jeez. Yeah, just terrible. Terrible. Hate to see it.
All right. In recent news, also dealing with another naked man, a nude man found in a chicken coop and was arrested after doing way too much meth. So a guy arrested, his name was Jeffrey Falls, and he was arrested after someone in Louisiana found him nude inside of their chicken coop. Apparently he tried to get in while he was on meth into the actual house. They didn't let him in. He got angry, went into the chicken coop, and destroyed the entire floor of the coop. So, yeah.
I could just imagine like rolling up to that and being like, "So wait, who's in the chicken coop?"
It says, chicken coops and methamphetamines make strange bedfellows.
Good lord.
Goodness.
In recent news, a man stole an electric shopping cart from Walmart and drove it from one bar to another to avoid a DUI.
That's respect.
Seems reasonable.
That is respect.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
Was he arrested, you said?
No, I don't believe so.
Good.
this man's a
He was,
legend.
I mean, I guess it's theft, but like,
But still, would you rather him, steal that cart
than
or
kill a family of 4 on the
Exactly.
highway? Yeah.
Smart move on his part.
Yeah,
The
respect.
most
move.
surprising thing is that it wasn't in Florida,
Wow, where was it at?
Missouri.
Well, mine was close. It was in
Similar.
Louisiana.
Similar.
All right. So in recent news, Georgia mother crashed her SUV into a pole to prove to her kids that God is real. So I'm guessing Jesus didn't take the wheel here.
Oh my gosh, that is awesome.
I just imagine like your mom, like everyone has that moment with their mom where like she's like kind of freaking out, you know, and like she like does something crazy. Just imagine your mom just driving into a pole and being like, Jesus.
Sounds like someone here might relate to that.
Oh.
Whoa.
Just gonna
Yikes.
stay real
Yeah,
quiet.
Dylan, how is running into poles? What's it like?
Fun.
Fun.
What about the lake?
Less fun.
On either one of those occasions, were you asking Jesus to take the wheel?
I was not.
Oh, jeez.
Maybe that's why you crashed.
Probably.
True.
Amen.
True. In recent news, wild boar discover and snort over $21,000 of cocaine in a Tuscan forest.
terrible.
Hold on. What?
So-
he was like hidden or something.
So
right?
wait, I'll elaborate on this more. Okay, so the drug cartel there was bearing their coke in the forest, and
Okay.
they were selling like I forget how many pounds a week, but they just store the rest in the forest.
Okay.
Well, apparently they have a wild boar problem there, and since they buried it there, the boar came in, dug it up, snorted it, and ran away. And then when the just wait. So when the cartel figured this out, they called the cops saying there is a wild boar problem. But then when the cops came in to investigate, they found coke, and yeah, they were narked out.
That's actually pretty funny.
Hate to see it. Hate to see it. That's like freaking. what is that?
Unless you're us, you love to see it. We love to see those crazy
That
stories
is
in this
true.
show.
Well, that's like that one. What's that dude's name on Lion King? Is that Pumbaa?
Oh yeah.
I feel like these wild boar were like Pumbaa. Because like Pumbaa's like crazy. I feel like that's what the wild boars were doing. Like nobody saw what they were doing, but I can imagine it was that.
maybe that's like kind of like where the movie
Well,
originated from.
it says here that the biggest boar that's ever been killed is 1,051 pounds. Could you imagine a monster boar like that,
On cocaine.
doped up, just pissed, coming after you?
What do you do? What do you
Cartel
do?
would be going,
Laugh.
we need to do that. We need to have the police give all the wild boars coke, so that way they can flush out all the cartel.
Well, that's
Whoa.
like in
Innovation on this podcast.
So if you guys are listening, any police department, do it.
do it. Yeah, it'll work. All right, so that's enough with recent news. We're gonna go on to our next segment with movie review with our boy Dylan.
Well, again, I'm going to cheat. I'm going to do another TV show review because I've been watching a lot of TV and not a lot of movies, which is kind of out of character for me, but that's okay. With Disney Plus launching, which we talked about last episode, I've been watching The Mandalorian, the first 2 chapters of that, and it is a fantastic show.
True.
So it might be hard to get into if you're not a Star Wars fan, but I promise you can, even if you don't like Star Wars. But come on, you should watch Star Wars anyway.
Honestly, I disagree. I mean, I think with it being kind of like an outlaw, like bounty hunter West theme, I think anybody can like it, even if you don't like Star Wars. I mean, there's definitely a lot of Star Wars elements to it, a lot of deep, rooted lore. But honestly, it's just a cool show in general without even the Star Wars, attached to it.
It reminds me of the old Clint Eastwood movies, the Man with No Name trilogy, like Good, Bad, and Ugly, just with The Mandalorian.
I think if you like Star Wars, you'll absolutely love it. Like if you already liked it, but if you haven't watched Star Wars before, I think it's a great show to get started on for sure. It's just into Star Wars in general because it's just it really is good.
Well, I watched a YouTube video yesterday on the culture of the Mandalorians from this channel called Meta Nerds. Freaking awesome. And it went over like a 24,000 year span of lore of the Mandalorians. I thought that they were always like good guys, like with the Jedi.
The Mandalorian?
Yeah.
Honestly, I didn't know.
Well, see, I didn't know because then I knew that like the Fetts, like Jango Fett and Boba Fett, I knew they were always like the bad guy, but they're bounty hunters, so they're always kind of on the bad side. But yeah, after listening to that, it's actually crazy. There's a ton of stories. They kind of flip-flopped all the time.
Yeah.
So makes the show a lot cooler.
I think they kind of like have a history too of like being. Didn't they get like a lot of their families like get slaughtered by like the Republic or whatever?
No,
they didn't.
I mean, it depends on which one you're talking because there's tons of. It spans over, like I said,
Okay.
24,000. I can't remember their time span, but it was 24,000 something in their terms of years or whatever. Light years, etc. Blah blah blah. But no, it was super cool. And then like there's even elements from it where like on the helmets of Mandalorians, you'll see like a skull kind of thing. And that's because the original planet they took over to be their capital was like really lush, but there was a type of creature on it that was like kind of like a dragon-looking creature. It was super crazy and strong. They made them go extinct, like hunting them down. And a sign of like how powerful they were, they turned that skull of the dead dragon things into their symbol.
Okay, we'll talk about it after this because I don't want to ruin the show, but I've got a question to ask you too.
Yeah.
But yeah, great show. You should go watch it. I have spoken.
True. I agree.
Thanks for hijacking my segment.
Retweet. I know.
Sorry, I obviously just watched the thing yesterday.
No, it's cool. I like it. No, actually, a fun fact is I did a back in senior year creative writing class. We had to do a comic book, and we did our comic book on Mandalorian. So we had to look up all the lore to it, and it was a lot of fun. So
nice.
Yes.
So you already knew what was going to happen in the show?
No idea. The show is epic, and
well, it's kind of breaking new ground in lore anyway.
Yeah, that is true.
Great soundtrack though. Like the opening theme is awesome.
In terms of the timeline of the Mandalorians, this is actually ahead of everything. So this is like the newest stuff. So they can really go in any direction.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool.
I like it too because like with a lot of these TV shows too, they don't have a big enough budget, but they're freaking
Disney's got the budget.
Oh yeah, they've secured the bag already, so they have money. They have money to spend, and you could tell.
That's why these like the Marvel shows coming up and all that, like Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Oh, they're gonna be good.
They're gonna be unreal.
They're gonna be MCU movie level quality, but in TV show format. It's gonna be fantastic.
Because even with Marvel TV shows on like Fox and other shows like Netflix too, they didn't have a big enough budget, so a lot of it was just super cheesy
and like bad CGI.
Yes,
that's an excellent point. I was kind of upset when like Disney's taking over everything, but at the end of the day, like they have the money to do what they want.
So like if
they make it good.
If they keep doing this with their budget, everything's gonna just up to a new standard. So it's gonna be hard for anybody to really beat that.
True.
Dylan, anything else you want to add for this segment, boy?
No, just well, we told you last week, and we'll tell you again this week. Definitely subscribe to Disney Plus. It is worth it. Get that hit of nostalgia and watch The Mandalorian, and you guys can join in the conversation with us.
Disney, if you're listening, we want a sponsorship. 50% cut of whatever you make off Mandalorian.
And we want you on the podcast.
Or just like 0.005% is fine too.
Honestly, just anything.
True. Anything you want to send us, we will gladly
accept. $1 each.
Send me a Mickey Mouse coffee mug and I'll be happy.
Respect.
I want a full-blown Mandalorian helmet.
I want a goofy coffee mug.
Goofy.
I'm a big goofy guy. Yeah.
Are you?
You are pretty goofy.
Oh, oui, oui.
Oui, oui.
Oui, oui. All right, enough wee wee. We're gonna start, or our next segment is going to be weird laws from Sam.
All right, so I came up with this new idea. I thought it'd be kind of cool to share at least one crazy law each episode. This one is from New Jersey, so all you Jersey fans out there.
New Jersey.
Just be warned, bulletproof vests are banned while you are committing a crime.
Wow. This
I wonder why. I mean,
well, this one just seems dumb to me. Like, why would you waste your time on creating this law when you know they're already breaking the law?
breaking the
Why are
law.
they gonna follow another law?
Well, now I know that.
I feel like criminals are like dumb enough to where like maybe they wouldn't. Maybe they'd follow the
Well,
law.
here's the thing, though. You could just be wearing one, while you speed or run past a stoplight.
Whoa.
And you're breaking the law like double.
Oh shoot.
Yeah. That's
Well,
crazy.
couldn't you get cops then? Because you know how a lot of cops just randomly just speed because they're cops.
Dude, they're above the law.
Rip.
I'm just kidding.
Looks like I'm not gonna
We
bring
love you
my
cops.
I'm not gonna bring my bulletproof vest to New Jersey. I guess.
Yeah, I won't either.
Yeah. I was planning on it too. Not to commit any crimes or anything. I just thought it'd be cool to wear one around.
Just to have it
Yeah.
on you. I
It's the
mean,
new
you never
fashion
know.
over there in Jersey.
Jeez. Do you have anything else for the weird laws?
I mean, there's a ton, man. I could go into anything. We'll do one more.
Yay.
In Ohio, it's illegal to sell dyed chickens.
What?
Rainbow
What's a dyed
rabbits,
chicken? Okay.
It's actually rabbits too. Rainbow-colored rabbits and chickens are banned from all sales in Akron, Ohio,
Akron.
due to Akron. Sorry,
Let's go to
due
Akron.
to animal cruelty violations. Buy peeps instead.
Little peeps.
Peeps are.
Are you talking about like the candy,
I
like
don't
the
like
little
peeps.
peeps?
Yeah, they're kind of gross.
Peeps were my least favorite Easter thing.
What?
Yeah.
Dude, I never liked.
Bro.
I always liked Peeps.
I know.
Ooh, they're
Peeps
just-
is like when
they're
I
just
see
straight sugar.
when I see
Yeah.
peeps in my
Well,
basket,
so
I'm
is
like,
every other candy.
hell
in the
yeah, I
world.
got peeps.
Like chocolate is chocolate. It's not all
Chocolate
sugar.
covered peeps.
No.
Ew.
Get off me.
I like
Get off.
marshmallows, but I don't like peeps. Just like that glittery, sugary
Yeah.
like exterior taste.
I mean, I can only eat like a couple of them.
Yeah,
but, like,
exactly. That's my thing. Like, I can eat a couple.
Like two, and then you're like,
Yeah, I used to get through packs.
oh my god,
You're a freak.
Goodness,
this
Dylan.
man's an addict over here.
I would
Yeah,
think-
and
I
I'm
would-
still the skinniest out of all of us.
Exactly.
honestly would have expected it.
Man, you really hate to see that.
Oh, also in Oregon, it's illegal to go hunting in a cemetery.
I feel like that's just I don't know.
Ghostbusters are not allowed back in Oregon.
I mean, Frank did have an idea of going ghost hunting in a cemetery
That's what I'm-
before.
yeah.
Oh, so
I mean, we did pass through that cemetery that last
we
time.
did. That was it. We never even talked about that. That was a good story.
I
We'll
can't
talk about
believe
it another
that place
time.
is gone. That's so sad.
I
I
know.
know.
That was such a cool.
I mean, it was kind of spooky that we were out there. And,
It was.
all right, we don't need to talk about that.
Memories.
PTSD is hitting Frank hard.
PTSD. Yeah.
For anyone who doesn't know, we went on like a spooky tour, and it turned out the place we were trying to go to was, I guess, burnt down or knocked down, so it ended up being a big fail.
Or both.
But it was still really scary because we were out in the middle of the woods,
At
like
night.
a mile
Legit
out.
so scary.
At
Like I was
night.
actually scared.
Then we let Dylan go off by himself. He ended up somehow passing us.
Tricked him into some fake time.
Yeah, there was a
Yeah.
time slip, I guess. I don't know.
Interesting.
Goodness.
All right, our next segment is sports. And I know we have been doing just regular sports for the past couple episodes, and Frank has been killing it and guessing the scores and who's going to win.
Not the scores.
Not the
It's
scores,
like,
but who's going to
yeah.
win.
The
Bengals
Bengals.
are-
Hey,
Except the
I
Bengals.
apologize for the Bengals. That was kind of just like an impulse thing. Like that's what
You
I
had to be
wa-
different.
That's
You
what
had
I
to be
wa-
different.
It's what
Optimism.
that's what I wanted to happen. So like maybe if I like spoke into existence, but I feel like I've been pretty dead on, honestly.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to start it off with some Quidditch.
That's what I like to hear.
And so if you don't know what Quidditch is, it is Harry Potter.
Harry
And-
Potter.
And
Dude, they actually hold on one second. So they actually play Quidditch at UC. There's
really,
like a Quidditch team. They play each other. It's like a club.
whoa.
It's for real. Like they have like brooms. They run around between their legs.
Did you see the internship with Vince Vaughn?
Yes.
Yes, that they
They-
play Quidditch in that.
Yeah,
It's
they do. You're right.
hilarious.
Yeah.
True. All
It's
right.
like that. Yeah.
So the next Quidditch championship is actually at LSU, and it is in February. So a bunch of teams right now grinding, practicing their skills, seeing if they could still recruit Harry Potter and see who's going to win. So, next is badminton. And
Hell yeah.
with the Olympics coming up, they're going through qualifiers right now.
Wait, it's an Olympic sport?
Yes. How awesome is that?
Bro, I would love to play that in the Olympics.
Well, too bad you can't. Because
Crush my hopes and dreams.
Because right now there is no American badminton player ranked in the top 30.
Jeez.
Maybe Frank can change that.
I got some
It
goals.
looks like it's all Japan and China and Denmark.
India, Hong Kong, and other stuff like that. So they're qualifying for the Olympics this summer. So if you guys had to pick, what country do you think the championship or the champion badmintoner, if that's a word, where do you think they'll come from?
Denmark.
Denmark,
Japan.
Japan.
I was going to say Japan, too. Definitely Japan.
I'm gonna
I
I
say
just feel like they're like a superior race when it comes to like stuff with paddles.
Like paddles and
Yeah.
badmintons and ping pong, everything.
100%, yeah.
I'm gonna say the American's gonna take it home.
Dude, there's
Americans
no
that
one. I'm
aren't
looking
there?
right now. Hold on, I'm going through pages. I don't see any Americans.
Rip.
Uh,
Well, if you're an American badminton,
USA.
if you're an American badminton player,
you're terrible.
underdog story this
should
summer
quit.
Olympics.
Oh, here we go. 117th place.
That guy is
He's
gonna
the
win.
First American.
He's gonna win.
Timothy Lamb. If
sound like
you're
me over
listening,
there.
I don't have a lot of faith in you, but
We want you on this podcast.
you can. Oh wait.
If you win.
I was wrong. 113th.
If you don't win, we'll still have
Howard
you.
Sue.
Okay. True.
Howard Sue.
All right. So this isn't a championship or any event coming up, but it's a new, or it's not a new sport, but it's one that probably most people have not heard of. And it is called Buzkashi. Buzkashi. And it is where people are riding on horses and they are trying to throw a either goat or calf carcass. I forgot what I was going to say.
This sounds like something Dwight Schrute would be playing.
Probably.
Catch him at
throw
Drew.
the carcass
catch
into
him
a
at
goal.
Drew.
Into a
Farms.
goal, yeah. So, geez, they played in Central Asia. But
Kazakhstan
Kazakhstan.
and Turkey.
So, who's trying to play this freaking sport?
I'm in.
I'm down.
You're down?
Oh, they've actually got videos of it too. Whoa. This man's legitimately on a horse carrying a dead goat.
I love the reaction.
They're
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
Buzkashi, the most dangerous sport from 2009. So it's been out for a while, dude. You'd think PETA would be all over that.
Peter likes it.
Listen, I say we try to play that one time.
There's another sport called wife carrying.
I saw that too.
It's a contest in which male competitors race while carrying their female teammate. And that's all they do. You just carry someone.
Well,
Yeah,
none
that's
of us
crazy.
could do it. Except for, I guess, maybe Sam.
Not
I
even
guess.
fireman Sam.
I am the best hiker.
That is
He
true.
is the best
Oh, that's
hiker.
also one that I forgot to say when we were introducing
during
you.
Is there professional hiking?
There probably is. I saw shin
There's trail-
kicking
there's-
was on
Oh, I
there
guess,
too.
yeah, there's ultra
there's
running
trail
and stuff
running.
like
There's
that.
trail
Yeah,
running.
trail
Yeah, you can do
runners.
that.
I would never ever be that good.
Yeah.
Shin kicking was on there too. But there was a shin kicking championship in May, so we missed out.
That's classic.
Hate,
Man.
hate to see it. All right, so we haven't been on Frank's segment yet. Would you rather? So, what do you have for us this week?
On Would You Rather this week, we have the zombie apocalypse. So it is, would you rather live in World War Z, where the zombies are absolutely psychos and out for your blood for 5 years, or in the Walking Dead type of world, where the zombies are just straight up like stupid, and but that's for 10 years. Would you rather, Brendan?
After watching World War Z, no, don't want to be anywhere in that world. So I'm gonna have to go Walking Dead.
Interesting. Okay. Sam?
For me, I'd have to say, I don't even know. I mean, the thing is, obviously the the World War Z thing is a lot harder, but then again, you're cutting the time in half. So I'm not really sure. Like, I'm trying to think. But then again, I mean, because obviously there's a lot higher chance of you living the 10 years. But like, do I really want to spend an extra 5 years knowing I could have just done 5 years with harder? I don't know.
I mean, if you did have the like antidote thing that they had,
Then again, I'm not stupid, so I'd probably just move to an island or something and live there for 5 years. So I'll do the 5 years.
what if they swim?
Then I'll just
I feel like that's
shoot
just
them.
yeah. Okay, well, let's do everyone and then we'll talk about. We'll discourse.
All right. Did you guys not watch the movie? All you have to do is hijack a flu virus. Like, if you get the flu, you're good from the zombies.
That's what I said. And Sam said no.
No, like, yeah, you can find the cure. Like, they found the cure in World War Z. We know the cure for the World War Z zombies. Now, if you're just saying there's zombies that are fast, like the World War Z zombies,
Yeah,
but
he's
there's no
not
cure.
saying like he's
Okay,
saying in terms
then
of
I'm
their
gonna
physical
go to
ability.
10 years. Like, let's be honest. Anyone who knows me knows I'm gonna die like within the first 12 minutes of the zombie apocalypse. Either way,
Either, yeah.
it really doesn't matter to me. My word doesn't mean much. My extra breathing control is gonna mean nothing during the
Extra
zombie.
breathing
You
control.
did have a friend that's in
Yeah,
the
what about your
military.
Marine friend?
Yeah, he's in Carolina. He's not gonna help me out.
But you got like your expert gun control from him too, so
I don't have any guns though.
I'll tell you this right now. I would go for the 10 years, and Brennan and Sam would be on my team, but Dylan wouldn't. Because Dylan's
I'm dead.
No, you've already accidentally aimed a gun at me. Like I just
Well,
can't
true.
like.
I would have already shot Dylan.
First 10 minutes, I'd be the one to die. Like.
Goodness.
Yeah, I'd definitely have to. I'd have to go for the 10 years in The Walking Dead. I feel like you can like you could just catch me vibing, like with Glenn, your boy Glenn. If anyone watches The Walking Dead out there,
Rip.
and probably built myself a nice little fort, and just be smashing zombies in. You know, I feel like it's pretty easy like at that point because they're just so slow, and I feel like it'll be like a nice world because you're like one of the only last people left. Like there's just like little groups and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, but then you have a group like
Negan's
group
yeah.
come in and just try to destroy you. That kind of sucks.
Yeah, but they wouldn't be able to get in my fort, so.
That's why you turn into Negan before anybody else can. Really.
I tell you where I'd go if the zombie apocalypse happened. Home Depot.
Yo.
Yeah, honestly, though,
Yeah.
I've always thought about that because you can build a nice fort.
Up in the
Yeah, I
rafters,
was gonna say,
like.
you can just build up onto the top, and then I can drive a forklift, so I'll just like have something to lift me up there all the
Yeah.
time. Then you just sharpen it, and you can just shish kebab.
Shish kebab.
Oh,
Yeah.
Just drive
They've
through Home
actually got
Depot.
that one
Called
thing
that
back in
kebab
receiving
with
that's
carpet.
got
Oh,
where
the big
carpet
Yeah.
rolls. You sharpen that and make the giant
Oh, no.
14 to
Call it
16 foot.
Bob.
The
Yes.
Bob.
Zombob.
Oh, I like that.
Zimbabwe.
Zombob.
But yeah, I'd definitely have to go with the 10 years because I feel like in World War Z like mode, like that kind of a world, it's just
Yeah.
insane. Like the
I might
zombies are
change
like
that.
if you watch that movie, they're like crawling up like these giant walls
Yes.
and like crawling up like each other to like get to helicopters. I could not imagine that.
No.
Like
No.
that actually scares the crap out
If
of
you're
me.
not Brad Pitt, you're not making it out of it alive.
Well, I was
Exactly.
gonna
Yeah.
say, I mean, the thing is, like, I don't live in a city
Yeah,
though, but at the
Yeah,
same
but still,
time,
even still, like
I
if they
think-
even if like 10 get out to your property, like imagine those just sprinting at you like at your house.
yeah. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, it
I
would
guess you could
depend.
barricade your house.
If I
and
had
stuff
enough
and-
time to prepare for them, I think I'd be fine. But otherwise,
Even still, I
think I'd be done.
that would just scare the crap out of me,
Yeah.
knowing that like I'm outside just walking around, zombie can just like come and absolutely
Just
destroy
wreck
me.
you, yeah.
yeah,
Like if more than one zombie comes at you at a time, it's game over.
because they're flying.
Well, like
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
one zombie, like
Yeah.
you saw, like in the beginning when the zombies were coming, like dude, they were trucking people.
Now we're talking about this. I wanted to watch the movie, honestly.
I know it's a great movie.
I own it. We can watch.
Oh,
it
we're
later.
watching it tonight.
They were like next week on Dylan's movie review.
Yeah, expected.
We're talking World War Z.
All right, guys. Well, we're gonna take a short little break here because my mom just brought me up some cookies. So we'll be right back.
We're about to smash them.
Menu, Lincolnshire.
All right, and we're back from that short little break.
Mm-mm-mm.
Let's just say Frank's mom
Cookie
made
monster.
some amazing freaking cookies.
Nom 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 nom. nom,
I
nom.
thought they were pancakes.
They were
They were
large.
freaking huge.
They
It was
were
like,
large.
It was like our each individual. We each had like a cookie cake,
Whoa, cookie cakes are good.
bro.
Not as good as those cookies were.
retweet.
That's debatable. They put ice cream in the middle.
Oh.
That's true. Or a bazooki at
Yes.
Yeah,
at
Pazookies
BJ's.
are
Oh my gosh.
insane.
dude.
Those are so freaking
I
good.
love BJ's.
I do. I love 'em. Disclosure, I'm talking about just the restaurant.
Yep.
Same.
Oh.
Yeah.
R.I.P. in the chat.
Moving on, Dylan, you've got another question, right?
Yeah, so I've just been thinking, so I have to work Black Friday, and I kind of work tech and retail, but like not to the extent of some other places, so I thought this would be fun to debate, because I don't think any of us have ever worked at any of these places. Would you guys rather open on a Black Friday morning at a Walmart or at a Best Buy?
Walmart. Just because then I couldn't care less about the customers, and I still wouldn't get fired. And they're already expecting that level of quality out of me anyway. So yeah, that's why.
That's true. I feel like
I feel like
in
Walmart's just a madhouse, though. Like,
I know, but like they're bringing in like so many like dirt balls.
like you might as well have taken a trip to the zoo.
Well, you'd have the scoop on everything too. I guarantee you could probably just like stuff a few TVs in the back you want.
Probably.
Just keep it for later.
Probably. Honestly, I'd probably find a nice little nap spot and hide out.
So I've been a shopper on Black Friday at Best Buy, and a few of our listeners may know this story out there, but I could not care. I'm never going back to Best Buy on Black Friday. Like, it wasn't even that it was like crazy. It was just the workers were so dumb. They put out these
I
like
remember the
earbuds
story, yeah.
that were so nice, and they were such a big deal on them. And I grabbed one because we were the first ones in the line. And we went all out for this year, and we were waiting in that line for like 2 hours before the store opened. Then we ran in there. I just immediately grabbed them because I knew that's what I was looking for, and my buddy Calvin did too. And then we walked around the store for like another 30 minutes, and we ended up in the line to like check out. We were there for another hour and a half. We get to the cash register. I'm watching Calvin from across the store because he's at a different cash register, and at the same time, we both got told that they had accidentally put out the wrong earbuds, and that these were the ones with the mic, like on like the little string, and the ones that they were doing the promotion with was the ones without the mic. And at this very moment, a lady walks up between where Calvin and I are, and she has like 8 of them, which is like I think there was like 10 that they were doing, and she just grabbed all of them, and they were the right ones. So they had set the wrong ones on the table, and then they wouldn't give me the deal after I waited in line just because of the mic. So yeah, I ran out of there screaming, and I probably not invited back to Best Buy, honestly. Like, that place, I was so triggered that day. It was so bad.
That's just terrible customer service.
So here's what I would do. I would definitely work at Best Buy on Black Friday and ruin someone else's day.
You want to give away free stuff to get your revenge on the big corporate chain?
Oh, that's another.
Well, it's not even that. I would just find the people that wouldn't let you get that deal, track them down.
Just punch him in the face.
Wait till they come
Yes.
to your, one day they got to come to like Home Depot or something and be like, "Oh, you wanted that deal?
Oh,
not you.
Zowie.
Sorry, buddy, but remember that microphone? I have no idea what you're talking about. Well, I do.
just throw one of them at him.
Get out of my store.
Get out of my lobby.
Get out of my lobby.
Yeah, but I feel like Walmart would just be too crazy.
Yeah, I'll do Best Buy as well.
Like, I feel like Walmart, like, people get punched there. Like,
Walmart.
Yeah.
Is not even, I mean, I've gone to Walmart the last couple Black Fridays, and it's not even that bad. I show up like after the words, but they've got like a huge line that wraps all the way on the inside. I mean, it's not.
I feel like at the beginning, though, like, it's just
it's like a
a
madhouse, and people
stampede.
are like,
well,
yeah,
I mean, the thing is though, like
It's gotten better.
Yeah,
Like,
the digital era has taken over. Like Cyber Monday's
Yeah.
exponentially bigger, so it's not like there's even that crazy of lines anymore.
all right, so we'll swap it to like Prime Black Friday, like 2009 Black Friday, the Wii just released, and you have to work at either
The
Walmart or
Wii.
Best Buy.
Well, lucky
Best
for
Buy.
me, I couldn't legally work at that age, so I'm set.
Best Buy.
I kind of want to work at Walmart and just, like, get in a fight with somebody.
That would be fun too.
And then just, like, break the Wii in front of them. Like,
Screw you! Until they run over you with their electric scooter.
This is my week, Kimusabi.
yeah, I'd probably just, like, ruin Black Friday at Walmart and then get, like, fired at the end of it. That would be a great day, honestly.
Yeah. Just
I'll
kind of
just-
work there just for Black Friday.
yeah.
I would just plug one of the Wii's in and then just start making Mii's all night.
So whoever gets that Wii is gonna have like some surprise
Some crazy.
Mii's on there.
That's kind of nice.
That'd be awesome. Oh man. All right. So, do we have another segment?
Yes.
We do.
Yeah.
And it's another one from Sam.
All right, so this one is kind of like a would you rather, but it's more of just like a question. What did we say it was going to be called? What would you do?
What would you do?
What would you do? All right, what would you guys do if you could travel to any time period, not the future, only in the past, and you can bring one item with you that doesn't include clothing. You can wear clothing. But
So
what
we're
one item would you
naked.
bring? Where would you go? What item would you bring? Why would you go there? Like, what would you want to do and change if you could change anything? Dylan?
All right, so I really don't even care what I bring, so I'm just gonna say my cell phone, my iPhone, and I'm going to the
God,
1960s.
these millennials.
Why the 1960s?
Gen Z, and I don't like. I just feel like that was a classier time period. Like every dude wore a suit. Everyone had like nice hair. Everyone was just chilling. Everyone was just super well mannered. And maybe this is just a nostalgia that I get from the movies and the TV shows, but there's just like a higher class to living in the 60s.
But what would you like? What would you be doing? Where would you go physically?
I would just live, man.
You would just live.
I would just live.
You just
So-
be vibing, bro.
Northern Kentucky, you'd live here and just do nothing.
No, I'd definitely bring.
Bro, I would not live here in the 60s.
No.
It's just probably just like a dirt road.
It's just rural. It was just country.
Old
for the
Town
most
Road.
part. Horses in the
I want to get a Kentucky. No, I'd get
Horses
to
in
like
the back.
New York or Chicago.
Great.
Yeah.
That's what I like to hear. What about you, Frank?
So, I've thought about this a lot. Like, I actually like dream about this. So, this is great. I would go back to when the time period of when Scotland was being like, they were trying to overthrow England and like fight for their independence. And I'd be chilling with my boy, Sir William Wallace. And I would go back to the fight, the big battle, where Wallace comes up and he's like, they take our freedom. And like, I would just fight in that battle with my kilt, run around all the mountains, just like screaming like, freedom. Like, that just sounds like the best
Oh,
time.
that gave me a perfect idea for what I want to do.
Just imagine that. Like, I love that movie too much. And in Scotland, like, just standing on top of a mountain, just like with your kilt on, the breeze blowing, and like, just freedom. You can't beat that. I feel like you can't beat it.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
All right. What about you, B?
I would probably go back to the 70s, man. And then just get crazy. I'd bring cameras and go to all the like wild concerts and stuff. Just get absolutely shreked with the boys.
So like drugs.
Just die.
No drugs. I'd witness other people doing
Woodstock?
drugs.
Go to Woodstock and
Yeah.
just actually die.
Just get weird. Just get freaky, you know?
Good.
Bring a camera and just get wild.
So we basically got two military-styled ideas because mine's gonna be that, and then we got two just bozos. Are like, let's go back like 20, 30 years
And just chill,
have-
bro.
Just chill, bro. All right, more than 20, 30 years, but you know what I mean.
But he's like more of a
I
hippie
know,
chilling.
I know,
I'm
I know.
like, I want to hang out with high class people.
class.
too.
Fine.
High class.
High class.
Close.
High class.
We could dress up for Woodstock.
Well, now I kind of like regret what I.
Just
No,
stand
it'd be
out.
cool. It would be cool. I'd like it.
The worst part about this is like now I keep thinking of better places I want to go than my original.
Well, my
idea.
thing is like
Too late.
I know.
You missed out. That's where you're going. Have fun. You and your phone back in the Moses.
You just see some like random 1960 picture with me in there, and I'm just like, let me out of here.
You just hear like a vortex open up and just suck them in. Like, yep, that was the sound of Dylan getting teleported that time.
I can tell you I
Let's
wouldn't.
hope he made the right decision.
I think I'd like want to stay where I would be at. Like, I wouldn't want to come back from Scotland and kilts and freedom.
Yeah, I feel that. I'd probably want to come back from Woodstock after everything I witnessed.
Right. All right. So here's what mine would be, because I hadn't even thought about this until just a couple minutes ago. But so back in the day when Rome fell,
Ooh.
because after they split in half and the Byzantine Empire and all that stuff, but when they fell, the eastern part was taken over by barbarians, right? And what happened with that, though, in the end, basically speaking, I remember this distinctly from my art teacher in elementary school, made it very clear that if that had not happened and we would have maintained the culture and all the books and stuff from that time period, we would actually be about 200 years in the future in terms of technology today.
Whoa.
So I would go back to that time, bring probably like an Abrams tank, my one item. And I would just
I like where this is
wreck.
going.
I would be the new, and I would just live inside of the tank, so no one can get to me Except they'd have to like give me food or something. I don't know. But that would be it. And then I would just like these barbarians would be like, you would see, Genghis Khan or whoever riding in on horses.
Just wreck them
and all of
up.
a sudden, just
Boom.
and then you just see horses just getting crumbled as like a tank is rolling over.
Bye,
them.
mother trucker.
And they would praise me because back in that time they would be like, "This is a god." Like, no, this is just a basic tank, man. You haven't seen anything. Heck, I'd bring like a helicopter,
And-
just like an Apache helicopter. Could you imagine that?
At the same time-
fly.
Bring the Terminator.
At the same time, Dylan and Brennan would be like looking at like the history books
just
and
hanging
just
out.
be like watching us like
Exactly.
They
just
just see
destroy.
They see like a drawing of an Apache helicopter in the sky. Sir Samuel Griffith was flying valiantly, was the new god
Sir
of the era.
Samuel Griffith.
Sir Samuel Griffith.
I would actually enjoy that. I would get a good laugh of that.
King Sam.
When will Sir Samuel come back to Earth? Like he
Dude.
like left in his
But like,
tank.
I would make like a whole new thing, and like I would still keep it in the context of Christianity because I'm a Christian. But like, I'd have like a sub-religion that's all about squids.
What?
Squidism. No one would ever know anything about the context, but we would know.
Everyone would know, yeah.
Dylan and I would be reading it in the history
In their
books like
own-
Squidism.
in their
and
own
we'd be like,
separate time
"Yeah."
periods.
And we'd
They'd
be
be
like, let's go.
Dylan would be all classy and be like, "Ooh, the squids.
The squids.
I like that."
And I'd be like, let's go, man. The
Woodstock squids, bro.
See,
Woodstock squids.
Here's the cool is me and Brendan could chill out together because I'm in the 60s and he's in the 70s, so we're only a decade apart. You guys are like,
Oh, I'll die of
Just
bubonic plague within the first week. But at least I took out the barbarians.
That's the problem with going back like that far. Like the further back you
Yeah,
get,
that might
like
be- I might
less
have to-
like medicine
Yeah.
and
True.
stuff.
do you even know how to fly an Apache
But-
helicopter? Like,
I
what
can
happens when you
learn.
get there and like just like try to take off and it just blows up
I'll just
immediately?
hook it up to a PlayStation controller.
Exactly. I was just about to say that.
Duh.
Yeah, I think those are pretty good answers. That was a good question.
Yeah, it's definitely a good question.
Maybe not.
I like that
Maybe
segment.
not my answer, but I kind of blanked right when I got up. Like I was thinking of, like about other stuff, and I was like,
Woodstock.
I was like,
Woodstock.
Woodstock. Okay. All right. Next segment. It's a short one, but it's gonna give you guys some inspiration. So, this week's quote is: "If you were able to believe in Santa Claus for like 8 years, you can believe in yourself for 5 minutes."
For 5 minutes.
For 5 minutes.
No longer.
All right, I gotta go to the gym. I'll see you guys.
All right. So if you guys want to shoot us any ideas, make sure you guys do that because we want to hear your
Oh,
feedback.
absolutely. Like the would you rather's and questions like that. Please send us those, and we will pick the best ones we think out of each week, and we will have them on the show. We'll give you credit and everything,
Maybe.
True.
unless we don't like you.
Then we'll
But
take your
I like
idea and
everyone,
give you
so.
0 credit.
Yeah, we're gonna just completely plagiarize you and not give you credit, but you can't sue us because you didn't trademark it.
That is true. And you probably got that idea from somebody else.
Boom roasted.
Ooh,
Mic drop.
get out of our lobbies.
Get out me car. All right. So, have you never seen that Vine?
Get out the car.
I'm in me mom's car.
In my mom's
car. Get out me car. All right. So,
Vine. That's what I bring back. Vine. I would bring
Favorite Vine of the week.
yes.
Man, Vine was the
Favorite
good
TikTok of the week?
No,
No. Yeah. Heck no. You send us that, we're blocking you.
Bro, I got the app and
I'd
it's
have to
like
shave
addiction.
a decade off my
It's
life
addiction
right
at its
now to
finest.
give into TikTok.
You know, TikTok is just so the Chinese government can surveil you, right?
Dude, I'm sure it's
I'm
every
cool with it.
government can surveil you.
I mean, I have an Amazon Alexa too, so like,
That is
Oh, it
true.
listens to everything I say.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be talking some crazy talk to Alexa. And
Well, it's like when you're on your phone and like you're talking, if you're talking about something, and then you look through like Facebook or Instagram, and then you'll start seeing ads for whatever you talked about. It's freaking weird, dude.
Oh.
I've talked about stuff in my room, like talking to someone, like, yeah, I want this like piece of camping gear, and then all of a sudden I'll see like bivvies and tents show up on my feed, and I'm like, what the?
Yeah.
I didn't say it anywhere. I didn't
Spooky.
look it up. What's going on here?
Yeah, my thing is with like going back in time too. Mine would be like going back before cell phones,
Yeah.
because I feel like
well, Dylan's bringing his cell phone back to when there was no cell phones.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure that you have to deal with cell phones in the 70s. You're trying to escape them, but I went a decade before
the
you
thing is,
just
though,
to ruin
hold on.
it.
The thing is, though, if I go back and do that, then you guys are going to be 200 years in the future.
future,
So this sort of technology will be available back in the 1800s.
Sam's got to ruin it for everybody.
So
Shoot.
sorry, man.
oh dang.
I'm gonna just be chilling in my kilt.
Woodstock will be 200 years old. Hopefully by then everything, we would have already passed through all these like random drug laws and all that stuff. Like weed would be legal by now, all that kind of stuff.
We're gonna be getting high.
Woodstock would have been in like 1812.
I know. So like, I don't know where.
1812.
I don't know where I would be.
In 1812.
You'd be in the future.
I would be in the future.
It would be.
What if it was just like right now?
man.
Like you
I'm
were just like
ruined
right in this time period?
That would suck.
Should we all go back in time? You guys think you guys are going to do some awesome thing, and then you realize that I went back and changed it so dramatically that you guys are actually back in the same spot, talking on the same podcast, but I'm not here.
Is that what happened now?
But we're
Time
talking.
slip.
We're talking about Sam. And we're like, dude, remember that one guy, Sam, brought the Apache helicopter?
Sir Samuel the First.
You introduced squidism to
When
the
will he
masses?
ever
We'd
come
be
back?
dressed as squids right now.
Squids. The world would be a different place, that's for sure.
I just hope,
Be
like, in
stranger.
like place of all those like Greek and Roman statues, it's just statues of squids.
Half
Like-
squid, half Sam.
In the most respectable way possible, I would replace the Christian cross with a squid, where it's like its tentacles are like laid down, all that. It would still be perfectly shaped like a cross.
I feel like
the
that's
most
blasphemy.
No, it would still be. It would be the same symbolism. It would just be a squid. So it'd be dual meaning. Okay,
I'm here for it.
exactly.
Goodness.
That's all I'm looking for here. Is Frank's confirmation is all I need.
Jeez. All right. Before we get into other weird topics, we're going to try to wrap this thing up a little bit. So, again, make sure you guys are liking, sharing, and subscribing to our podcast. It's on Spotify, YouTube, Google Play,
Facebook.
and Facebook. Dylan just made that. Respect to Dylan. And I just lost my train of thought, Dylan. Thanks a lot.
I didn't say anything.
We're just so obsessed with this idea of going back in time.
Time.
We
I
even
can't
think
stop
straight.
thinking about it.
I know.
I just regret my decision now that Sam ruined it.
Basically, if you guys have any ideas on what you'd like to add to segments of the show, just shoot us an email. Do we have an email?
Yeah,
We do.
it's
Brendan?
our email is latenightbullsesh@gmail.com.
Perfect. So send us an email there or contact us on one of the social medias we talked about. Did you mention the @ for Twitter and Instagram?
Yeah, at late_night_bull. And our email is in our bio. So you could just go to Instagram and
So yeah, reach out to there. If you got any what ifs or you got any would you rathers or anything, just shoot us something. We'd love to hear from you guys. We love the fans, man.
we love them. And also, we just brought Sam on, so we were going to have a guest today. But if you want to be a guest for our show, hit us up. But make sure you guys have a good topic that you want to talk about, and make sure you're just funny. We don't want any like boring folk on here. You know what I'm saying?
Well, unless you're like an expert in something.
Yeah, if you're an expert on something, we'd be happy to have
If you're
you.
a complete nerd in some random topic and you want to talk about it, come on and talk about it, man. We want to hear it.
It would be fun.
True that.
All right, well, this has been episode 5 of the Late Night Bull. I'm Brendan.
I'm Sam.
Hello.
Who are you? Who are you?
Oh no, don't worry. His name's Hello.
Hello.
All right,
Just move on.
All right, I'm Frank. Like I can't surpass that.
You can't follow that up, Frank. Yeah, that's what you get for changing the segments on me last week.
All right, goodbye.
And this concludes episode 5.
We'll
Boats
catch you
and
guys
hoes.
next week.
Boats and hoes.